Hi, this is Suna Sunman again. I'm going to talk about going crazy. Sometimes we just don't know what we don't know, and that feels like craziness. And if we are living in a crazy world and have had a crazy life, but it felt normal to us, then of course, when we make some shifts into what is better, what is more happiness and joy and fulfillment, the period of time of shifting will feel like craziness. It'll feel like a time when we don't know, and we don't even know what we don't know. And then, is this just a period of time, or is this the way things are? So then, when you don't feel like you have control over expectations, when you feel like you don't know things, then do you know less than before, or do you know more? There's a saying that a wise man is one who realizes he knows nothing. And that comes after a lifetime of gathering information. I think what's going on is that information is pertinent to us at the time that we receive it. Afterwards, it's past. I'm trying to think of a metaphor, but it's almost like the river flowing, and the water that hits your hand in one moment is no longer the water that hits your hand in the next, or in this current moment, and that keeps passing. And are you going to follow those water molecules way down the stream that are getting further and further away from you? Or are you going to stay present in meeting the new water molecules as they come to you? I know I'm talking about some things that may sound crazy, may sound far out there, yet I think it's time for us to start opening our minds to a new way of viewing ourselves, knowledge, wisdom. For quite a while, I've had difficulty with the education system, cramming a bunch of facts into kids' heads. And it has gotten better where it's more about learning how to use those facts and be creative. But still, there's an element missing of really being present, really accessing the fullness of who you are. And that may be closer to what we call intuition, to just winging it. The great teacher Yeshua, when he sent out his followers, he said, don't prepare any scripts. Don't think you have to know what to say. When you are there at the moment that you need to say something, the Holy Spirit would guide you. Well, whatever you want to call it, intuition, Holy Spirit, your inner genuine self, it's something we have been trained out of using. And I can give you a personal experience. I think when I was about 7 years old, I must have said something really genuine and authentic that was uncomfortable for someone that I know, a parent. And that parent said, don't speak until you've thought through what you're going to say 3 times. Sounds like a wisdom, right? But it's a fear-based thought. It's a fear-based thought of that creates doubt. So what genuinely comes from you, or what was coming from me as a child, was being rejected, was being asked to distort into something else that this person would accept. And being that we so desperately want to be accepted, understood, felt valuable or valued by others, we take those suggestions and distort ourselves. Ooh, think how many times this has happened. How many times we've distorted ourselves. Every time an English paper is corrected or answer on a test, or someone gets upset by what we said out of our genuineness because of their filter, of how they received it. And then we feel, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Or if we've been laughed at. I think I'm touching home with a lot of people. I'm just coming out of my own genuine experience. So this is some food for thought. Going crazy may be exactly what we need to do. Do you have the courage to go crazy? Do you have the courage to not know and to be okay with not knowing? Do you have the courage to dig deeper? Dig deeper into, I think, what may be genuine and real and unfamiliar. Unfamiliar because we've been living in a familiar craziness, which feels normal, just like a little child who feels nice and warm in that poopy diaper. We like to stay in that comfort zone. But after a while, that comfort zone will not be comfortable anymore. We'll get rashes. We'll stink. Alrighty. I've said enough. This is a lot to chew on. Anyway, enjoy your craziness and know that love is always holding you. Always, always, always. And if you want to reach out to me, I can be reached through my email, suna@sunasemen.com, and you can also just check out my website. I've enjoyed this moment with you. Enjoy today. Blessings, blessings, and more blessings.